people living with a disability are at a higher risk of COVID-19 infection, and vaccines are critical to preserve their health. But receiving a vaccine can be difficult or even impossible for this population. How a vaccine or testing location is set up can determine whether or not an individual can access this care. Elements that can make a site inaccessible include physical barriers, such as steps or curbs, prejudice or negative stigmas toward those with disabilities, small text on signage, or no materials written in Braille, and a lack of convenient transportation.
I think for a space to be considered accessible, it's just anyone can show up and we've anticipated what their needs would be and they can get the same service as everyone else. The site shouldn't feel like they need to, make a phone call or call this person or see, do we have that on hand? Again, they've anticipated what the needs of the population would be that's coming to the facility, and they're ready to deliver on those needs.
Etiquette training is what we have provided for volunteers as well as partners who were assisting with vaccination and testing. We found that this was a very good tool for individuals to use. It gives them an idea of how to better accommodate individuals with functional and access needs or those with disabilities.
There's so much more that goes into it than people realize. As far as, with the ADA, for a site to be accessible, it's not just your ramps to get in and your automatic doors. It's down to the nitty-gritty as far as which way should your doors swing, how far should your doors swing open, and they put all that guidance in for people to be able to use on their sites. Again, the ADA site has, checklists and illustrations for people to use, and they even, break it down into, is this a government facility? Is this a business? What types of services does your facilities provide? And this is what your facility should have.
If there is sufficient Wi-Fi and sufficient equipment to access the sign language interpreters, that's always great. If there is no ability for an American Sign Language interpreter, communication cards have been utilized widely in order to effectively communicate with an individual who is deaf or hard of hearing. We make sure that the lighting is not too harsh, or if there are more private, separate spaces that can be used for individuals with sensory disabilities, sounds, smells, even touch, because we know that that is important for the vaccine. So we try to make sure that the process is rapid so that they will not spend too much time at the vaccination or testing site.